Hey kids, it's your old pal Dr. Gool, man, and I want to welcome you here to Summertime Fun with the Cult of Cthulhu. Well, no, that's not right. Welcome to Cooking with Dr. Gool! And today I want to welcome you to a most interesting look at, the most amazing, the most fantastic, the most fantabulous chicken Piccata! Okay, kids, here we are. This is your good pal, Dr. Gool, if you can't tell from the yellow hands here. And we're going to be cooking some very special Gool-style chicken piccata. Now, the ingredients are very easy. We've got some capers, which is a Yiddish word, which means not peas. We've got some minced garlic. We've got our chicken base over here. We got, of course, a good C+, low D size of chicken breast. We got our olive oil. We've got some lemon juice down there in the Ace Frehley style shot glass. And we've got a sweet white wine. That's going to have to happen for us. And, of course, just a little bit of flour that we're going to be dredging this chicken breast into here in just a minute. Now, what we're doing here is called a one take, man. We're going to be cooking the meal. We're going to do it all in one take, which means if I burn this, guess what? It's on the air as being burnt, which would make me feel real silly. Haven't had much like that since the cookie incident of Isthmus Craig. All right. We're going to be making some chicken broth with about 3/4 of a cup of water. Get that in there. Get a little bit of heat. You know, you'll notice here, I turn on the wrong burner. That's never good. Now over here, we're gonna have some water. Some water. I don't have an exact amount on that, but half a pot there. Now let's get a bit of water. Let's get a little bit of heat going there so that it boils, but it's not gonna be thrash boiling anytime in the next few minutes. So let's keep our stuff as clean as we can. Well, as clean as I can. Now, there are some diehards. I can already hear you out here saying, Dr. Gool, man, your pasta's not spaghetti. Well, I know, but you know what I don't like about spaghetti? Spaghetti doesn't hold much sauce. It doesn't, you know, it's really cool, you know, spaghetti and sauce, I get it. You know, this stuff, look at that. Big, huge tubes and twists and, oh my gosh, the broth and the sauce that's going to stick into that is absolutely amazing. You will not go back to spaghetti for this kind of a meal. Now, if you're a big eater, you're going to want 2 chicken breasts. There's just 2 of us, and we're not huge eaters, so this one should do just fine. We're going to cut this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to cut it up just a little. Oh, no, we're going to cut it up completely. And some people, some lazy people, will cook this chicken in whole breast at a time. That's fine. Lazy, in my opinion. But they very rarely ever ask me. Whoop, look at there. Almost cut my hand off right there. Hate it when I do that. We're going to do these in fairly small, but not too small, medallions. always make sure your knife is sharp. A dull knife, and you will wind up missing digits. And I hate it when that happens. Got a whole jar back over there. Well, you know, that's about, that's a good way to get, you see what I just did there? Yeah, almost got my hand cut off because, well, I was doing a do as I say, not as I do. That's never a good deal. Here we go. All right. Now, like I said, if you're a big eater, you're going to want to do 2 chicken breasts. Me, we're not super big eaters tonight. Like, you know, that's a separate thing. Anyway, we've got our chicken here. We've got, we've got the wrong pan getting hot.
See, now there's where I notice my mistake, but I play it off because I'm a pro.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. Let's get that over here. Cool you off a little bit. And we take our chicken, and we're going to dredge it lightly in the flour. Look at that. See how easy that went on there? People are saying, Dr. Gool, man, I thought you said dredge lightly. Well, I did.
You know, at this point, I'm really just riffing my own show, but I'm strangely at peace with that.
And we're going to shake that stuff out. So that we don't have too much flour on that chicken. Now let's see how. See, it's not boiling yet. Never put your pasta in until the water's boiling. If you do, you will have some very nasty pasta paste. It will not be pasta, it will be pasta paste. And that's not something you want. That's something that, what's the word? Disgusting. That's a disgusting thing that we don't want to do. Let's see how that pan's doing. Ooh, that feels hot there. Now, because you got your chicken already floured up here, you're going to want a little extra oil from what you would normally do. Not a huge amount. Some, we'll call that some. Cooking by some. Let's get a little more than that, maybe. Let's go a little, there you go. This isn't a diet food, but you know what? It's light, and you will dig it, I promise. Get plenty of that, because the reason is, you're going to want to cover the chicken in that. All right. I'll stir that around until that chicken is covered. Like, Dr. Gool, that looks kind of gross. Well, it's raw chicken in oil, man. It's not, you know, it's not meant to look really appealing just yet. It's going to be appealing later, man. Let me get it on.
And I know what you're asking. No, the chicken did not cut.
Let's let this brown a little bit. Oh, look, that water in the back is boiling. Let's turn that down. And while we're here, so like I said, it's about 3/4 a cup. Let's get that stirred up in there. Now, I always use the paste. I think the paste carries a better flavor to it. Oop, look what I'm doing right here. Got some garlic. This is not a teaspoon, just so you know, by the way. This is just a spoon. If it comes out of your silverware drawer, it's not a teaspoon, it's not a tablespoon, it's just a spoon. There we go, a little garlic smell in that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See how we're starting to brown up right there? That's what you want. Get some color to that chicken. And then we're going to cover this up and let it simmer for a bit. get this other stuff out of the way. The next set of ingredients are going to be coming up here. All right. Water with the pasta. Check the heat. Almost boiling. I think I've done this once or twice. Let's see, look at that. Chicken broth. Now we can turn that heat down to ultra low, because all you really want that broth to do, that base to do, is dissolve in the water. Now we've got a good strong chicken stock ready to go into this as soon as this is brown enough. And you want to start making, whoo, a little darkness on the bottom there. All right, let's fix that heat. Let's knock that down to about halfway. Now chicken doesn't take an eternity to cook, man. It's not like some kinds of beef. You're just sitting there cooking what feels like all day, man. I'm still not getting it. Let's knock this down to about 4 there. There we go. Yeah, not quite there yet.
And these things are never ready when you are. I mean, I'm ready for the next step, but the food, no.
There we are. Get both sides of that. Now, by the way, just so you know, if you don't know, I know most of the people that have gotten to this point in my show already know this, because this is not the kind of show if you've never picked up a spatula in your entire life. So let's turn that down. It's down to about 4. Let's get that chicken broth. Woo, look at that, baby. Woo, baby, baby, baby. Dr. Gool, man, it's getting ready to get thick quick. Yeah, it is, man. Should we take a little of this sweet wine, man? About half a cup. Look at that, half a cup of wine. Mmm, tasty. All right, let's get this in here. See, there we go. That's thinned it out. But don't worry, it's going to simmer for a while. Here we are. And we take our shot of lemon juice. Pour that in there. It's about 2 teaspoons, I think. I said a shot. It's about 2 teaspoons. Ooh, I wish you could smell that on here. Brush it up toward the camera. If you get your nose real close to the camera, maybe you can smell it. I believe that. All right, right rear is off. Let's take this down and put it on low. And look at that. Now our noodle water is ready for us. How much are we putting in there? How much do you want? That's about half a box, I guess. About a half a box, a little less than half a box. It's a 1 pound box, man, so let's go between 6 and 8 ounces for 2 people. Here we go, look at that. There we go. Now you want to get that water back to boiling as quick as you can. So you turn the heat up just a bit and let it do its thing, man. And get back to boiling. It'll tell you. It'll start making those splashy noises. Here we go. Now we're starting to get a little bit of sauce.
I love this dish. Oh my God, it's so good.
Here we are. It's getting to be about the consistency you're looking for. It's not done. It's still got to cook. It just finished simmering, but we can keep it fairly low. Let it take its time. Let it simmer all the way. Let's let that get done. All right, let's grab us a spoon. There we go. Stir that pasta. Now, as cool as this pasta is for eating, it takes a little extra for the cooking. A lot of curves, it's very thick, it's a very long, round, thick pasta. And so it takes a little extra to cook. It doesn't cook quite as quick as spaghetti would. Now, you should know the best way, the only way to tell if your pasta is done is to taste it. You bite into it, it should have a tiny little bit of bite to it, what's called al dente, which is a Gaelic word that means your pasta's done. Very complicated phrase. Etymology is just unreal. You wouldn't believe it. The original word's like 97 letters. Anyway, whew, it's a boil in there. And it takes a few minutes, you know. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch while the pasta boils. That's going to take, strangely enough, a little longer than the meat portion of this. Look at that. That is some good stuff. And again, put your nose real close to it, and you might be able to smell that sweet chicken and that sweet wine. Now, these capers, have I forgotten? No, of course I have not forgotten. But I'm going to put those things on last. Any vegetables, especially a soft vegetable, you want that to go in last. That way it doesn't mush up and turn nasty. Whoop! And overflow, like my pasta's trying to do there. Just stir it every now and then, you know. Now, when you've cooked a lot, and I mean a lot, some of these moms and grandmas will tell you, not that dad doesn't cook. This dad cooks, for example, but mostly moms and grandmas will be the one to tell you. You can tell when pasta's done by feeling it, you know. That takes time, and that's not something you can actually explain. Ooh, there we go. I should probably turn that down a little bit, you think? Yeah, he chuckles. So you get all this stuff together. It doesn't take very long. You saw how long it took me to slice up the chicken, to saute the chicken real quick, get the oil nice and hot, get it ready to gravy up is what I call it. Look at that, simmering right now. We'll put that all the way down to 1. All right. Now, as far as this one take is concerned, I'm going to step away for just a moment. This is not cheating, I promise. I'm still going to leave the camera right where it is, glued to my forehead. I'm going to let this pasta get soft. I'll come right back, and we'll continue what we started. All right, here we are. The pasta should be good and done. About 15 minutes later, give or take. Now, once your pasta is done to taste, or to bite, I suppose, immediately bring it over and do what we call shock it. Exactly. Cold water, man. Cold water. Get some cold water in there, because you don't want it to continue to cook. There we go. Get your pasta nice and cold, or cool, I suppose. Drain off that extra water. And there's going to be some, because we got a bunch of twisty macaroni, man. Boom, look at that. Bowl full of pasta. Here we go. Get a little water there. Always keep that in case that sauce comes out thicker than we want after having simmered. Let's turn that off. Actually, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Let's take these capers. Drain some of that water off of there. How much? Some. Come on now. There you go. Now, easy part. Woo. And there we go, man. Of course, like I said, wish I'd have had more capers. They're all kind of buried down in there and hidden in the sauce and stuff. And usually you like a little bit more than that, but that's okay. You can take a look, a nice full meal. Like I said, cook for two. Actually, a dish like this can be 2 or 3. If you're big meat eaters and big eaters, then do 2 chicken breasts or 1 really, really, really big one. So there we go. That was as real time as it gets, kid. I hope you enjoy it, and a bon appetit. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. There's no real use in you hanging out any longer. I mean, there's no more comedy and skits and this is, yeah, you can go.